Hi everyone, Happy New Year, 2020 is here. I cannot believe this is my first video of the year. I am very excited to be sharing a lot with you in due course. But I just want to first and foremost thank each and every one of you that has really supported this movement on my YouTube channel. It has been so profound. I've seen growth, I've seen love, I've seen warmth. I feel like I've just seen so much because of the support and generosity that you all have shown. So thank you so very much. I also want to take this opportunity to thank God for how far that He has brought me personally. I know that I didn't really round up 2019. However, I did decide to write a blog about it. So if you haven't seen it, I will definitely list it down in the description box below. In a nutshell, out of 10, I would say 2019 for me was 9 out of 10. But if you want to read everything else, I will definitely list it down in the description box below where you will find the link. Today's video now is about the beauty of 2020 and what it entails. We are in a new decade, ladies and gentlemen. This is not the year to play. This is not the year to joke about. This is the year to aim higher than 2019. I want to title this video, Make 2020 a Productive One. Why do I say that? Because circumstances will come up. There will be times where you feel like the burden is too much to carry. The vision that you may have to run this race in 2020 may not be enough for you to do by yourself. But regardless, we have to keep moving and we have to keep making it a productive one. So far in 2020, I have honestly enjoyed each and every day, and best believe it has not been the same. No day has been the same. From the 1st of January to the 8th of January today, it has been different. A week already. I still remember celebrating watch night service at church, and I tell you, the minute 12 o'clock hit, it's like I felt new. Like, I know one of my friends, she said that it's just a different year, but you're the same person. Agreed. But it's a different year, but you have to have a changed mindset. The same person in 2019 should not be the same person in 2020. There has to be a difference. Think about the numbers 2020. My dear sister said to me the other day, 2020, plenty, plenty. Hey, I received that. But in order for us to get the plenty, plenty, we need to do the worky. We need to do the work in 2020. 2020 is not the year to be lazy. It's not the year to procrastinate. It's not the year to compromise. It's the year of accountability, the year of great vision, the year of growth, the year of strength. Even when obstacles come, I take 2020 so serious because I know the plans and the visions that I've wrote down. And I remember a really profound scripture that I'm sure, if not all, the majority of us should know. In Habakkuk chapter 2, verses 2 to 3. And in a nutshell, it talks to us about how we should write down what we desire to see and make it plain. You may have plans to buy a property. You may have plans to run a business. You may have plans to think about the structure of your life and how you want to benefit other people. These are all great plans, but they have to be in alignment with God's will and God's purpose for you. There's no point in building something so great without adding God into the picture. I learned that from previous years, that anything I do, God has to be in it. And if I don't invite Him in, what's the essence? As I started this year, you will see from my previous blog post that I always say, start with God. When you start with God, you end with Him. And believe me, He will shock you and show you what He has in mind relative to your plans. Notwithstanding, write down what you want to see this year happen and see it come to pass, but you must work smart and work hard. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. There will be times where you might feel the fear, where you might feel like giving up, where you might think, I think this is just too much for me. I don't think I can handle this. But the minute you have those thoughts, it's for you to push even more. Another thing I also want to encourage you all with is focus on one day at a time. At times, we have so many things that we've got planned. So in January, I want to fulfill this. In February, I'm going to do that. In March, I'm going to go there. In April, I'm going to go there. But you're not even allowing yourself to focus on the day. You know, we have 24 hours in a day. And 24 hours is very valuable. And we have to understand, what are we actually gaining from those 24 hours in that one day? What did I learn throughout today? So my highest advice, if you don't have a journal, please get one. Please write down how your day went. Write down how you felt. Write down what you liked about the day and what you didn't like about the day. You will see that it will work so well for you. It's very important to focus on one day at a time so that you can actually pave the way straight and let each day come on its own. Remember, Matthew 6:34 says that every day has its own troubles. So you don't want to be thinking about next week Tuesday if you're already in Tuesday today. You don't want to think about 3 weeks now to come when you're still in your today. There is something to learn in every single day that we have. So do not take any day for granted. Be prepared to adjust some of your goals as well. As I mentioned before, we've got goals, we've got dreams, we've got aspirations. But at times, if those goals don't fall into fruition or fall in alignment with God's will, or in particular, it might not even come to pass, how are you going to feel? You have to be okay to kind of adjust your mindset to change. And change is something that is constant. Even me, at this moment in time, I don't believe I was the same on the 1st of January to the 8th of January. There has been a drastic difference in my life already. And that is because I have been determined to keep my focus on God. And I've decided to put as much effort into what I'm doing right now. Because there's a lot in store. So you need to make sure that you can be able to adjust where you are to where you're going, but also being able to adjust the fact that when things don't always work out the way you planned it to go, it's okay. Sometimes you have to realize that rejection is actually a blessing in disguise, because what you thought you wanted may not actually be ready at the time you think. So be prepared to adjust some of your goals and see how it will work and fall in place naturally. Be specific, be expectant, and be ready for change as well. Being ready for change is not always going to be easy, but being specific is one of the most easiest things to do. You write down your list, you're like, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to achieve that. But when it doesn't happen, how are you going to respond to it? There are going to be challenges. And I did mention this in my New Year's blog post, and I'll also be linking that down below as well. Some of them will challenge your emotions, your mental state, your spiritual life, your physical health, your friendship circle, your relationships, there's so much that is going to trigger. But at the same time, even though the struggle may be real, so is God. So in other words, you've got the balance, and balance is very important when it comes to starting a new leap of faith, if I can say that. Because 2020 is a leap, it's a decade. I mean, we have come this far, guys. It is an achievement. Some people haven't even been able to meet this year, but we are here today. So be expectant, be specific, and be willing to embrace change. One thing I want to give my perfectionist, because I am honestly a perfectionist. I love order very much. I love structure, and I also have a strategy and a plan. But for me, I've learned that I need to understand the importance of allowing God to do things the way He wants to do it. I can't be in control and God in control at the same time. It's not going to work. I know in previous years I've been always hands-on. Okay, I'm going to do it this way and I'm going to do it that way. But I've realized that once I let go, that is when things just fall in place. Remember my previous video, I spoke about my skincare regime. I said that less is more, and really and truly it is. If you don't think that you have enough, think again, because you do. You don't have to necessarily have so much in order for you to achieve greatness. You can achieve greatness with the little you have. You'll just be so surprised as to how you can actually use it to make it work out for you. Don't think that, okay, because you're at home and you're not doing anything, you can't make an impact. You can. Or don't think that because you're working a full-time job and you've got a business to run aside the full-time job that you can't do it. You can. It's all about the mindset. But more importantly, it's about allowing God to have His way in your life. Because when you try and do things on your own, you either burn out or you get tired or you forfeit. And in 2020, there's no quitting. It's going to be a year of toughness, and you have to be ready for that. And you also have to be ready for God to step in at any time. So give Him room. He knows what He's doing. Feed your mind positively with powerful words. When you speak words of life, they actually come to pass. I remember in my previous blog post, I wrote that I wanted 5 events in 2019. And out of 5, I got 4. So just remaining 1 more. And I know that event that's coming up very soon. But what I want to really encourage you all with is that when you have a plan, run with it. Don't think, okay, because it didn't come to fruition, I'm just going to quit it. No way. Something that you want so much, you will work for it. Your words will get you to the next level. It is your words that will open doors for you, and it is your words that will close the wrong doors for you as well. Don't allow yourself to speak negatively in this season. Yes, things will happen. Yes, you might feel like you want to give up, but this is 2020, double blessing. Wow. Can I even say quadruple? You know, this is an opportunity for you to get yourself straight, get your mind straight, get your life straight by speaking positively into your life. And even when you don't get people speaking into you, speak into yourself. It's very important that you take time aside and you sit down and say, who am I really? Where do I want to go in the next few years? How am I going to get there? What words am I saying to myself and what thoughts am I thinking? They are all very important and they fall into this year of 2020. It's about vision, and the vision has to be set by God. The vision cannot be set in your own way, on your own terms, in your own strength, because believe me, you and God can't be doing the work together. You have to allow Him to have His way and you follow, or you do the part, He will come through. This last message I'm going to give you about 2020 is very important, and I really want you to hear me very well. Being silent in this season is so important in order for God to promote you to where He needs you to be. When it comes to the visions and the plans and the dreams and the aspirations that we have, because I'm sure everyone has something that they want to achieve. Some may be small, some may be big. But allowing God Himself to promote what you do is far more greater than having a good plan with a good vision, with good intent, but speaking about it prematurely or not allowing it to come to fruition fully. I know in my past, when I was about 23, 24, I was always that person that would always speak about what I'm going to do. And I remember one example that I will never forget, and I always talk about it in my videos from time to time. I said that when I had an opportunity of being employed at a marketing firm, I spoke about it on LinkedIn and Facebook. And in my spirit, somebody said to me, Esther, take it off. But I didn't want to because I wanted to be applauded. Lo and behold, in 5 days, the role wasn't there anymore. And I used that as an example to really encourage me more to become humble and silent. Not whereby I can't tell people what I'm doing, but there are times where you need to build in silence and let the success make the noise. In other words, success is God, in my own understanding. He's the one that's going to lead me and to take me where He needs me to be. There are some things that are just too early to talk about. And the reason why it's so early is because it's still being birthed. It's still being worked on. You have to be able to work silently and allow God to promote you. If you try and do things in your own strength in this year, it's not going to work out well. I'm telling you now. There must be something that you can be able to say, wow, what did I learn in 2010 or what did I learn in 2015 that will help me to be better in 2020? You don't want to make the same mistakes that you made last year into this blessed year. So far, so good. Let's keep the momentum up. But it's very important that we allow God to promote us rather than us promoting ourselves and giving ourselves a name. I don't believe it's wise to give ourselves names when God hasn't even given us the name yet, or God hasn't even given us the vision, or He hasn't given us the go-ahead to do what we want to do. You may have an opportunity to run an event, but you may not have the expertise or you haven't got the team yet. Don't rush. Don't rush. Take your time. There's beauty in patience. And I know, yes, they say, hold the vision, run with it fast. It's true. But it's not for everyone at the same time. Everyone's journey is different. My journey is totally going to be different from your journey. I can guarantee you on that. You are not going to find someone that is going to be like you, that has the same journey as you, that has the same mentality as you. You might have the mentality of, you know what, regardless of what I've been through, I'm going to persevere. Someone else may have a mentality of, you know what, I'm going to take a break and I'm going to go back to it another time. What matters is that you are not speaking prematurely and you're speaking from a place that you know you are ready. Thank you so much for listening to this video. Just to wrap up, make 2020 a productive one. Hold your vision tight in your hand. No matter how long it takes, if you believe in it and it's according to the will of God, it will come to pass. Do not allow your fears, your frustrations, negative opinions of other people, even opinions of yourself to get into the way of your growth. And don't allow the obstacles of life to stop you from believing in the best. You are alive in the world today, and there is a reason why you are here. You have a lot to do. I have a lot to do. So let's make 2020 a productive one. And I will see you in my next video. Take care. Happy New Year. Once again, I will be listing the 2 blogs of my overview of 2019 and 2020 of making it a productive one down below, which you are more than welcome to read in your own time. Have a lovely day and have a blessed and prosperous 2020. We will see the results that we have sown. Thank you so much, and I'll see you very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.